Greetings, everyone. This is Long Nu. Welcome to Spiritual Science. And now I'm going to talk about Wicca and witchcraft. What is Wicca? So Wicca is a contemporary, nature-based pagan religion. It refers to the entire system of practices and beliefs that comprise the modern pagan witchcraft spectrum. Although people often think that the terms witchcraft and Wicca mean the same thing, that is not the case. All Wiccans are witches, but not all witches are Wiccans. Wicca was initially used to discern the initiatory form of witchcraft practiced as a religion. Still, American popular movies and TV shows use the term to cover what was previously known as white witchcraft or natural magic. When we call ourselves Wiccans, we often mean that we practice a sort of religious witchcraft. Wiccans are frequently depicted in the media as adolescent girls. However, both men and women practice this religion no matter their age. So what is Wicca really about? We generally think of Wicca as a modern interpretation of pre-Christian traditions, but some practitioners claim a direct link to ancient rites. We practice it individually or in groups, sometimes referred to as covens. Wicca has certain environmental elements of Druidism and is regarded as the spiritual inspiration for the goddess movement. However, not all of us who follow Wicca do it the same way. Many of us are duotheistic, meaning we worship a female goddess and a male god, otherwise known as a mother goddess and a horned god. But generally speaking, Wicca's beliefs are very flexible, and we can choose deities that we identify with to worship. We can opt for any pantheon, Greek, Roman, Celtic, Norse, etc. Wiccan traditions can be polytheistic, pantheistic, atheistic, or revere gods and goddesses as symbols instead of actual beings. Our rituals usually include holidays focused on lunar phases, solar equinoxes, and solstices, elements such as air, earth, water, and fire, and initiation rites. So the name Gerald Gardner first mentioned the term Wicca in his 1954 book, Witchcraft Today. He writes about Wicca, but the extra C was added in the 1960s. We pronounce it as Wicca. Gardner claims that the name came from Scots English and signified intelligent people. The gods. Wicca honors the divine as the horned god and the triple goddess. She takes on forms of maiden, mother, and crone. Hern and Cernunnos are two of the most common names for God. Both translate as horned one. The stress put on god and goddess varies by group, tradition, and location. Yet we mostly think that the picture of the divine has to be male and female to be whole. The structure. In Wicca, we don't have a central authority. Some witches practice on their own. On the other hand, some of us are members of different covens, groups of people who gather to perform magic, and that's spelled magick, and revere the gods. Some covens stick to the initiatory traditions, which means that our more experienced members pass on their knowledge to newcomers. Other covens are founded by friends that wish to get together and learn. The traditional coven size is 13 people, but our covens can have anywhere between 10 and 15 people. Some are mixed gender covens while others are single gender. Holidays and rites. Our primary festivals are called sabbats, and we celebrate them 8 times a year to mark the changing of seasons. All of the holidays together are referred to as the Wheel of the Year. They include Yule, or winter solstice, the shortest day, December 20th and 21st. Midsummer, or summer solstice, is the longest day, and that's June 21st, 22nd. And the autumn and spring equinoxes, the hours of light and darkness are equal. That's September 20th, 21st, and March 2021st. The other four major holidays are Imbolc, that's February 1st, 2nd, May Eve or Beltane, that's April 3rd, May 1st, Lughnasadh, Lothmas or Lammas, that's August 1st, 2nd, and All Hallows Eve or Samhain, October 31st, November 1st. We start observing Sabbats at sunset and finish at sunrise the following day. In most cases, rites take place at night. If outside, we light lanterns and bonfires to shed some light and use candles for the same purpose indoors. Some of our practitioners have separate rooms inside their houses that serve as temples. Others make use of the everyday living space. We perform rites in a circle, which we consider a sacred place. For each ceremony, we create a new circle. Before drawing it, we clean the space with a besom or broomstick and bless it with the elements water, fire, earth, and air. Next, we seal the circle symbolically by drawing it in the air using an athame, a knife with a black handle or a wooden handle. After that, it is time to honor the four directions, north, west, south, and east, and invoke the god and goddess within the sacred place. We often conclude the rituals by blessing the chalice of wine and cakes, which we then consume. The use of magic and ethic rules. Wicca, just like many other pagan religions, practices magic. That is because we believe that our minds can affect reality in ways that science has yet to discover. We conduct spells to help people deal with some common life difficulties. However, we practice magic under an ethical code which states that we can only use magic to help someone if it doesn't hurt others. We think that the energy we create impacts what happens to us. For instance, negative magic bounces back on the perpetrator but is 3 times more intense. We sometimes refer to that as the threefold law, or the rule of the three. Other key ethical principles claim we should always seek to harmonize with ourselves, other people, and the planet. For this reason, Wiccans are often concerned about the environment. About death, Wiccans believe in reincarnation. The spirit is reincarnated after death and meets again the people it had intimate personal relationships with in earlier lifetimes. The goal is not to escape life on earth. It is to enjoy life over and over until we learn everything there is to know. After that, our spirits enter a realm called the Summerland, or the Land of Youth. The origins of Wicca.